to home again. Never mind. It's a shame that we're missing out on all the Christmas activities that we were going to do in school, but I thought while you were at home, maybe you could have some fun making some Christmas decorations. One of the things I enjoy most about Christmas is making things. I do lots of baking, I make lots of nice things to eat, but I also like making things to decorate my house. Another thing I like at Christmas is decorations that bring back memories for me from different times. Now I know some people have Christmas trees in their house with beautiful baubles that all match and they're all the same colour. My Christmas tree isn't like that. It has all sorts of different decorations on it, and I get them out every year, and sometimes we add a new one, but as I put them on the tree, it reminds me of different people and different activities. I'll give you some examples of the things that I have hanging on my tree. Are you ready? Right. The first one I want to show you is the oldest decoration I have. It's wooden and it's painted. And I used to have that decoration on my tree when I was a little girl. So that's quite a long time ago. I'm not going to tell you how many years. But one year, my art teacher at school said I had to draw a Christmas decoration just with a pencil sketch for my homework. And this is the decoration that I drew. I can't remember whether my art teacher, Mr. Wiggins, liked it or not, but I enjoyed drawing it. And now I've got that decoration in my house. It used to be in my mum and dad's house, now it's mine, and I hang it on my tree every year. And I remember Mr. Wiggins and my art homework when I hang that on the tree. Another decoration that's a more recent one, Mrs. Marston might recognise this, because actually she gave it to me one Christmas when I was working with her in year 2, and quite a few years ago the year 2 used to do a nativity play, and we had a nativity play that was all about robins, and Mrs. Marston gave me this decoration to hang up on my tree, and I've hung it up every year since, and I remember that year group and the nativity play we did about robins, and I remember Mrs. Marston and working with her too. And let's see, here's another one. This one came from some friends of ours who were living in a country in Africa, and they sent it to us one Christmas. It was made in Africa and they gave us it. So when I put that up, I think of my friends and I think of the work they used to do in the country they were living in Uganda in Africa. And then I've got this decoration. Now this one is one that my daughter Abby made, and she made it quite a lot of years ago. Now she can probably sew a bit more neatly than that, and she can probably do a little bit more than just sewing on buttons. I really like that decoration because it reminds me of when she was growing up and she worked hard to make this tree. And then this is another one that she made probably when she was about your age at school, and it's, if you look at it, it's still got her name tag on because the teacher wanted to make sure that they all brought the right decoration home, the one that they'd made. So it says Abigail on it, and that reminds me of when she was at primary school, and now she's left home. She's so grown up. She's not even at university. She's older than that. So this has been on our tree for a lot of years too. So I thought that maybe you'd like to make some decorations to put in your house. You might not keep them forever, but it'd be nice to have some things that you've made for this year. So I'm going to do very quick videos that you can follow and join in with materials that you've probably got in your house, and hopefully we can have some fun together. Okay. So for our first Christmas craft decoration making activity, we're going to make a little origami Santa like this one. He has a beard, he has a hat, and at the back he has some bits like that which prop him up so he can stand up. I'll put him flat now so that you can see it. And let's get started with making it. When I'm making something, I usually follow instructions. For this Santa, I could only find a little video, and it went very, very quickly. So what I did was, first of all, I scribbled down some instructions. Now, we've done work on writing instructions in school, and yours look a lot better than that. But sometimes we use writing just quickly, and it looks a bit scruffy, but it gives us our message. So this will show me how to make the little Santa. Maybe when you've made one, you could write the instructions in a better form than I've written them. Let's see. The main material that you need to make this Santa is paper. And it's important that your paper is a square. If you've got, this is a big sheet of paper, if you've got a sheet of paper like this, remember to get a square, you fold one corner over like that, and then you cut the rest of the rectangle away so that you're left with a square. I've cut some squares already. Now, the best paper possible for making this Santa would be some paper that's red on one side and white on the other side. I haven't got any paper like that. So one trick you can do, if you're lucky enough to have some red paper, you can cut a white square the same size as your red square, and you can work on it as if it's one piece of paper. That's what I did for this. It's actually two pieces of paper joined together. That could be a bit tricky when you're folding, so if you decide to do it that way, if you've got a little bit of Pritt stick, you could put some dabs on so it holds it together, and then you can work with it as if it's one piece of paper. Another option, if you've got some sort of colouring crayon, is you could get a sheet of white paper like I did, and then colour the square with red, because I want my Santa to be red, but you could experiment with other colours of paper or other colours of crayon. So I'm ready to start now. I've also got these because at the end I want them for drawing his face. My first step is to take the square of paper and fold it in half, one point to the other point. You need to do this carefully and match exactly. When you've got it matching, press down the crease in the middle and run your finger along it to make it a nice sharp crease. Then you open it up. When you open it up, you should be able to see this line running down the middle. The next step is where we make a sort of kite shape by folding these corners into the middle. You take one corner and that edge is going to line up with the crease mark. I hope you can see this. So it goes from the point and it runs along that line that you made. Not quite sure how clearly that will show. So that's one half folded in, and you fold the other half in to match. So you take the corner up to the crease, and you should get a line in the middle where they match. Okay, now the next step is to take this point to match with that point at the top. So take it up, match them, put your finger in if you need to pull the crease down a bit, and there we have it. What shape's that? Let's count the size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that shape called? That's right, it's a pentagon. So now you've got your pentagon, and you're going to take the point of your pentagon and fold it down to the middle of the bottom line. So you should end up with a shape like that. Remember to pause this at any moment if you want to catch up. Now the next step is to make a little fold. This bit is going to fold down a little bit. These points at the sides are where you're folding this down to. So this bit comes down and the points are right on the edges of it. Like that. It looks a little bit like a boat, but I think you can also see that Father Christmas's hat is there and his beard is poking out at the bottom. Right, the next step is to flip this over, and you're going to fold the side bits in to make one big triangle. So you take that side and you fold it in like that. Then you take the other side and you fold that in as well. So now your Father Christmas would stand up. We need to add the face, so very quickly I'm just going to give him some little eyes. And I'm going to give him a cold red nose. And you can't see his mouth because it's hidden beneath his white fluffy beard. And there's our Father Christmas finished. You could make them in different sizes, you could make them in different colours, and you could put them all in a row as a decoration. Let's see how you get on with that.